Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Got another one here for no starts. It will not start at all. I'm taking the air filter out of it already. You hit the key and that's about all it'll do. I'm actually shocked that it started up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little trick I learned a while back to figure out how to isolate whether it's a trash in the carburetor or bad fuel. So I'm going to grab a couple tools real quick and get started. All right, the first thing I'm going to need is this little 1/2-inch wrench that I've cut down and I've ground it down, made it thinner. And I cut the handle short because sometimes when I'm doing what I'm about to do, you can't get the full swing of the wrench, so it's kind of a tight spot. So I'm going to show you how I use this thing. All right, so the first thing I want to do is unplug the solenoid here, and you just take this wrench and you find the spot where it wants to grab, right there. We'll crack that loose. Now I'm going to take gas jug here, so I can adjust the camera a little bit better. All right, I've got this gas jug here. I'm going to undo the line going to the carburetor. Pull that loose, clamp off. I'm going to run it down in that tank right there. Loosen this bowl up. I'm just trying to drain the gas out of the bowl of the carburetor. You want to make sure that the muffler's cold. You don't want to be doing this on top of a hot muffler. Tighten this back up. All right, now plug it back in. Now I'm going to use this fuel tank. This is an old gas tank off of a snapper. I've got some gas in it. Set it up there, try to get it still, and I'm going to hook up to that. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just gravity feeding the carburetor with that snapper tank there, and I'm going to use the fuel pump that's on the engine. It's going to pump whatever in the tank out into this fuel tank right here. And on this particular mower, it's not really hard to take this fender off, take the tank off, and clean it out, pour it out, clean it out. But sometimes you get the some of the ride mowers where the tank is up underneath the rear seat. It's a booger. You got to take a lot of stuff off. So I use this method more so on those than I do on these. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the gas on. Just my camera out. She's trying to start. it's running. All right, it has run out of fuel in the tank and it quit pumping out of this line here. So I went ahead and shut it off. I did go ahead and replace the fuel filter on it, put a clean one, put some fresh fuel, and let it run out and kind of flush the lines a little bit, let it run down in there. So now I can take my nurse tank loose, run the fuel line to the carburetor, and it should start and run off the tank on the mower. All right, I've got the fuel line hooked back up to the carburetor. Let's see if it starts. All right, there it should be. And that was just a way to show you by putting that tank hooked up to the carburetor and pumping the fuel out of the tank on the mower, kind of isolates your problem. If it runs fine, you know, with fuel going to the carburetor out of that tank, but not on what's in the tank of your mower, pretty much tells you right then and there that you got bad gas. Fortunately, we didn't have to take the carburetor apart and clean it. Once it just got some fresh gas going through it, it ran fine. So thanks for tuning in. If you hadn't already, hit the like, subscribe button. I appreciate it. Till next time.